Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Monday, the 10th of June, 2024, the year of 1 million transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best sportsbook and casino on chain. Have a little flutter in private using blockchain technology. Right, let's get into it. So a shout out to Nom who's just brought this to my attention today. So we're going to go through this. What on earth is this all about? So an article by CoinGape. It says that Ripple's CTO backs Craig Wright in Satoshi trial, but there's a twist. I've literally only read like the first probably couple of paragraphs on here, so this is the first time me reading it, and we'll see what goes on here. Ripple CTO David Schwartz deviated from his usual take on Copa versus Wright trial and defended the latest argument made by Wright's legal team during the June 7th hearing. Sounds strange. Highlights Ripple CTO David Schwartz defends Craig Wright's defense in the Satoshi Nakamoto trial. Schwartz said that Wright can freely express himself in formal and non-public settings, including claims of being Satoshi. However, he also stated that when Wright makes similar claims in order to gain a financial benefit, that becomes a case of fraudulent claims. In a surprising twist amid ongoing legal battles involving Craig Stephen Wright, Ripple's Chief Technology Officer David Schwartz defended his legal team's arguments. In a post on X, David Schwartz offered a shocking take on Wright's controversial claims of being Bitcoin's pseudonymous creator Satoshi Nakamoto. However, the latest statement is poles apart from the Ripple CTO's previous statements wherein he vehemently criticized Wright. Ripple CTO on Craig Wright's argument in Satoshi trial. The conversation began when Hodlinor, a prominent figure in the crypto community, took to X to highlight a peculiar argument from Wright's legal teams. He stated Craig Wright's lawyers fight for his human right to continue identifying as Satoshi and asserting that he is. Moreover, the statement sparked a range of reactions, including a notable response from Schwartz. Schwartz acknowledged the legal complexity of Wright's assertions. The Ripple CTO stated, "I hate to say this, but I think they're right. Craig's claim that he is Satoshi in conversations don't fall into any category of speech that the government can prohibit or punish. They're not fraud, they're not defamatory." This perspective emphasizes the legal distinction between casual claims and fraudulent actions. Furthermore, it suggests that mere assertions of identity in formal context may not constitute legal behavior. However, Schwartz's defense was not without its caution. A user questioned whether Wright's claims amounted to fraud if he sought financial benefit by impersonating Satoshi. Hence, Schwartz clarified his stance, stating that it is fraud. Nevertheless, the Ripple CTO continued defending the arguments made by Wright's defense. Schwartz added, but him claiming to be Satoshi in casual conversation, where he's not specifically trying to get something of monetary value, is not fraud. An injunction preventing him from using any claim to be Satoshi to obtain something of value would be fine. What's that? An injunction preventing him from using any claim to be Satoshi to obtain something of value would be fine. Yeah. In addition to the Ripple CTO's further elaboration on limitations of junctural intervention in such cases, he emphasized that courts are not arbiters of historical truth. Schwartz stated, courts don't get to decide historical questions and then prohibit people from disagreeing with the court's conclusions. The Ripple CTO added, however, they can issue injunctions prohibiting defamation, fraud, jury tampering, and so on. Claims in conversations don't fall into any of those categories. It says also reads Craig Stephen Wright's attorney denies a Copa injunction in Satoshi Nakamoto case. I'll have a quick look at that. What's this? When was that? 7th of June, 3 days ago. Denies Copa injunction in Satoshi Nakamoto. Could be interesting. Update on June 7th hearing in Copa versus CSW case. Copa's draft order proposes that Wright shall not pursue proceedings. The order aims to prevent him from claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto in any global legal setting. However, Wright's legal team, led by Craig Orr KC, sought to change pursue to commence to allow Wright to defend himself. Nevertheless, Copa's HOFQC argued that amendment could create a loophole allowing friendly parties to sue Wright and revisit the issue. Or QC invoked Wright's free speech rights under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act, stating that Wright should be able to claim he is Satoshi. Therefore, HOFQC countered that the court had found Wright lied about being Satoshi. Well, there are no allegations of forgery or fraud or lies. All they said is he's a whopping liar, of which they had no basis to call him on that at all, like none. The draft order wouldn't prevent Wright from making such claims privately, but restricts public assertions. COPA also seeks to compel Wright to post the court's findings on various platforms, Twitter, Slack, etc., for 6 months. They also suggested referring Wright and others for potential criminal proceedings due to alleged perjury and document forgery. QC argued that the court's findings were already widely publicised and accused COPA of seeking revenge and humiliation, claiming COPA had not suffered direct harm. Good point. He described COPA's relief request as very wide-ranging, novel and unprecedented. Cheeky bastards, if you ask me. That was actually quite an interesting article. That was just 5 minutes. Let's have a look at this one then. So, Craig Stephen Wright's attorney denies COPA injunction in Satoshi Nakamoto case. In the COPA versus Craig Stephen Wright trial, the plaintiffs have demanded an injunction against CSW, which his legal team has countered by deeming the move as revengeful. I guess kind of like we've just gone over that highlight. Lots to say in a case like that. However, the main thing is that Craig's lawyers have not rebutted the statements by the judge. The judge seems to be the only one claiming that Craig is a liar and a fraud, and that documents have been forged and fraud has been committed. But there's no evidence as such, so the judge has got absolutely no right to say that. And Craig's lawyers need to object strongly to that and remind the judge that legal proceedings could be taken against him in his personal and private capacity for that, because as has already been stated, there are no allegations of forgery or fraud. So therefore the judge has got no right to say that. However, because Craig's lawyers didn't object to that, it means that what they've done is acquiesced to it through tacit agreement by not objecting to it. So in other words, they've accepted it. And this is a very dangerous position for Craig to actually be in, because his lawyers have kind of like done a number on him. Really, I mean, we know that the judge and all the lawyers and they're all one. They're all in the bar association, you know. So they'll just be celebrating the fact that they got their fees. You know, that's really it. But we know that there's a lot more riding on the line in today's political climate and environment. So. Yeah, I would say that needs to be done. But again, there's no need to go to court. Everything can be done by an administration process through submitting paperwork using postal mechanics. I can't stress this enough. Yeah, if they want to reach out to me, we'll get it sorted. But you're in a dangerous position if you don't. Like, good grief. Anyway, let's crack on with a little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history. Let's see what history's got in store for us today. I don't think I found anything for June 10th. But check this out. Yes, so 9th of June, which was yesterday, there was an email from Marty Maui to Satoshi Nakamoto, Craig Wright, saying, I couldn't get TikiWiki to work, blah, 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 blah. Have a quick look at that. He just said, I couldn't get TikiWiki to work, so I installed Bitweaver, which is a lightweight TikiWiki derivative. Its functionality looks good for the purpose and it's easy to customize. The admin account password, he's given the password again. New users can register to the site and write to the wiki and the forums. Next, I'm going to look into how custom menus and custom layouts are made. All right, there we go. So that was from a little bit of Bitcoin history there. But this is the big one. On the 9th of June 2011, David Kleiman acknowledges a transfer of 1,100,111 Bitcoin from Craig Wright for the purposes of creating a trust scheduled to be returned to Craig Wright on the 1st of January 2020. And this is it. This is the Tulip document. Whoa, this is big stuff. So let's just remind ourselves of what this says again. To whom it may concern, CC'd in Dr. Craig Wright, I acknowledge the trust and the transfer of Bitcoins to this trust. I have full control of all software and keys used to manage Bitcoin as of this date, Thursday, the 9th of June 2011. It is agreed that I, Dave Kleiman, shall become the trustee for the transfer of the Satoshi I have received from Craig Wright. No record of this transaction will be filed in the US or Australia. The transfer is valued at 100,000 USD for Australian tax purposes. I acknowledge I, Dave Kleiman, have received 1,100,111 Bitcoin from Craig Wright. As of, it's like the name of his farm, Port Macquarie, Bagnoo, New South Wales, Australia. At the time of transfer, this is valued around 100,000 US dollars. I will form a trust to be managed by at least 3 people, but not more than 7 at any time. All Bitcoin will be returned to Dr. Wright on January 1st, 2020. Look at that. Look at that. And people are saying that he's not Satoshi Nakamoto. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Good grief. And on this date, on the 9th of June 2022, Satoshi, as in me, came up with this simple quote to describe Bitcoin and its network. And this is pretty much it. Bitcoin is the foundation layer for all future digital technologies, secured and underpinned by economic principles. That is Bitcoin. Even had the nod from Craig on that one. That is exactly what Bitcoin is. That's exactly what it is. It's just, yeah. I think people need to know and learn that. 10th of June 2011. Just got a little bit from Bitcoin Talk here. This is kind of interesting. So where's June 10th? There we go. June 9. June 10th. So it says a cool new Bitcoin t-shirt website. Oh, I wonder if that's still working. BitcoinT-shirts.com. Let's have a look. Is that up and running? That'd be... How awesome would that be if it is actually up and running? Oh, come on. Surely that would have been ace. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Bitcoin, now world's most powerful supercomputer. Not a virtual currency, a digital currency. US citizens do not don't blah 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 blah. Look at all these headings that are quite interesting. This is see if we can find something that's worth looking at. Let's have a look at this one. According to so this was so there must have been a reply to this on June 10th, I'm guessing, because this is 3rd of June here. Oh, here we go. Just to be up to date. It says Bitcoin now world's most powerful supercomputer. According to the top 500, is this? Oh, sorry, it said it's a retweet of this one. According to the top 500, the world's most powerful supercomputers, Tanhi 1A peaks at, if I'm reading this correctly, that would be 4,701,000 G-flops, or 4,701 T-flop. That's teraflops on 4.7 petaflops maybe. Here are current folding at home stats. Yeah. Bitcoin Watch shows the network hash rate. Yeah, all right. What else we got? Kaiser reports this is the biggest story of the decade. I guess there'd be actually Max Kaiser when he was actually on board with Bitcoin. Anyway, just loving a little bit of Bitcoin history there. I mean, it just amazes me. There was all this stuff going on. I missed out on it when Bitcoin first started. Good grief. Anyway, it's 14 minutes. We'll have a quick whiz through these figures. $55. Yep, that matches top left of the screen at Prev. Transactions 63.5. Block size 78.96. 71 megabyte block. No gigabyte blocks there. 484,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Corecoin. 63% more profitable to mine on Corecoin than Bitcoin. Let's have a look at the hash rate, because this is where all the politics is. Global hash rate 7 days. Global hash rate 24 hours. Coolcoin hash rate. Other miners just 0.69. Other miners on B Crash 54.86. Other miners on Fisher Price Cash 9%. And let's have a look at the hash rate on Watson Chain. Yeah, it's looking good. So we've got 5 miners on there, even though they're only reporting 3 on CoinDance. What a joke that is. That's outrageous. Crypto Quant, yeah, the usual. Yeah, miners cashing out. Tether Weather, let's have a look at market cap. Being flat for the last 24 hours. Yeah, gone from 112 billion to 112.5 billion. Sooner or later, the market cap will pass its peak, which I'm guessing was here. 112.59. I think that must be the highest of all. Yeah, it's got to be the highest of all. All right. Let's have a look at longs. Okay, just yeah. Same old. Bitcoin versus Coolcoin, just trending along, going down a little bit there. Bitcoin versus USD. Yeah, it looks kind of similar there. We've got an entire market cap of $2.5 trillion. $2.5 trillion. And let's have a look. No market manipulation there whatsoever. Sarcasm. Let's see where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's down at 79. Yeah, look at that. So they've pumped the market up and then dumped genuine Bitcoin harder than BTC. So the disparity is increasing, but it just makes it more attractive for traders. But it looks like there's sales coming in. Looks like the price might be going down further. What is this? These figures look outrageous. Look at this. 9.7 million asks, so that's 9.7 million being sold, compared to just 3.2 million bids. All right, so that is excessive supply versus less demand. So the price will be on its way down in the immediate short term, as one of the Bitcoin influencers would say. Let's have a look at the leaderboards on Lilbit. Oh, look at that. So someone here has made 180 ROI, 180%. 74, 43, 39, 13, 4. Nice. Looking good. Shame Hidden won't show us his identity, but we've got Joe Froobs. Joe Froobs in second place. And Scalability in 6th. Or was that Scalability? Very good, loving that. Right, that is an 18-minute show. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, if you enjoyed these updates, please ding your donations for appreciation. Send me a message to satoshi@senb.com. And until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.